So do you have any predictions for season 8?
Well, I've been telling you this. All right, let me throw you out these predictions. The prediction has been all along, Daenerys is going to be the bad guy. What are the writers' names? The producers?
Benioff and Weiss?
You know how I say don't watch trailers?
Mm-hmm.
Don't watch the after specials for Game of Thrones.
They
don't know how to shut up.
No. So in the after the episode where Dany and Jon see the etchings in the cave, they're talking about how, like,
Yes.
this is the beginning of an attraction. Like,
Thank
don't
you.
tell me.
Thank you.
I want that to...
You remember... Yes. They've been doing this all the way back. I remember back, and I kind of... Because I wasn't watching them, so I can't fully guarantee, but from what I remember, they kind of also gave away the Jon Snow coming back thing.
Yeah,
Like, just the way they talk about it. He's like, if there was one character to come back, it would be him. And
We're
you were
smarter
right.
than that.
Earlier
Benioff and
in
Weiss.
this season, as I was watching it, because I always just watch them because they do add some like really cool tidbits in there, but they don't know how to shut up.
Yeah.
And as he was talking about it, yes, you took exactly what I was gonna say. When they practically say, "Oh yeah, there's a sexual attraction there," I was like, I didn't fully read that. I figured you just told me.
Right? Like, that didn't read to me. Whatever.
Exactly.
And then again, they do this sort of at the finale.
In the finale.
Where they mention in the behind the scenes, like, this might be... Well, it could be the beginning of a breaking
beginning of the
point,
demise between these two, and things are going to go very, very terrible, and they're not going to be the same again, which really sucks because they just started kindling, and then it goes... I mean, thanks for confirming what I thought, right?
Yeah.
But really?
Get us to root for incest and then pull the rug from out
Yeah,
under
and then
us.
pull it back. Yeah, it's insane because it's going to be the case. You know what? I've been saying it, that Dany is that person who doesn't... She just bend the knee, bend the knee, bend the knee, bend the knee. That's all she's been saying. And it's literally getting to that point that when she realizes, oh, well, you're all, patriotic to your family, shouldn't it be the rightful person? Then we're going to actually see who she really is,
Right,
and see her go...
See a test of how good of a leader she really is.
Exactly. And
She's
show
willing
you that
to-
she really doesn't want to give it up. So
go full
that's
Mad
my
Queen
theory
or
for there.
something.
I still think Tyrion is going to take a hold of a dragon at some point. Theories with the White Walker is a lot of people believe it's Bran.
Yeah,
Bran
a lot
ends
of
up
people are
time
saying
traveling
that.
all the way to the back, gets stuck in a body. I don't see how he would walk.
That
Why
seemed a
would it?
little
I don't know, it
weird.
doesn't make whatever. I do like the one someone says it's Rhaegar. That Rhaegar never died. Which would be Jon's dad.
Yeah,
and that's
yeah.
why he's able to ride the dragon.
That's kind of interesting. I mean, I think he's supposed
And that's
to
why he keeps
be
looking
a
at Jon.
Stark, but that's kind of... I mean, that would complicate the whole incest thing even more. But
For what?
I think the Night King is supposed to be a Stark.
Oh, he is?
But
Okay.
I think. But I don't really know. There's a lot of interesting stuff. I don't really expect the Bran Night King thing to pay off, but I think that's kind
Bran's
of like...
an idiot.
Yeah,
and
it
he has all of it at his disposal, and it takes what's his name to be like, actually, they were married.
Like, I think if Bran were to be the Night King, they would use Bran more. But it seems like if Benioff and Weiss could, they would have just, like, eliminated Bran and, like, not used him. Like, they're kind of just keeping him along to be useful in
To
small
be a convenient
tidbits.
plot?
Yeah, he's kind of convenient.
I'll
He's
say
not
this:
really one of
my
the
theory that I
integral characters.
had, and other people have said this about that Game of Thrones is pretty much the final episode of The Office or the final season where it's just all a retelling. I think goes hand in hand now that Bran has met Sam, and Sam
I was
would
going
be
to
the one
say,
retelling.
that was the one thing that you needed to add to your theory. Is that
Exactly.
if this is all Bran
And they
going
met.
throughout history, he's then telling it to Sam, who can write it down. Because I'm not sure Bran knows how to read and write. Although he does know
Absolutely
everything.
not. But okay, let's be completely honest. We know who's going to do all the work. It's freaking girlfriend.
Gilly.
Yeah. That's got to be the best gift. You've seen it, right?
No credit. Yeah.
When your man takes all the credit.
Other predictions for season 8. I mean, I think the thing that's going to be really intriguing is to see how they play out this whole living versus dead, because you can't just kill off the Night King in episode 2 of season 8. But then again, is it going to be interesting? Is it going to be interesting if we...
A whole nother season? No. And we also got more important stuff, because I never cared of... They're the first thing that's shown in Game of Thrones? In the first episode?
It's the White Walkers.
The White Walkers. They're the first
like
things
dead
that were
horse
shown.
parts.
Yeah,
or
the dead
something.
horse with the
Yeah,
spiral.
we have to get an answer for like what all those spirals and stuff mean.
Yeah, I don't think we're ever gonna get that, but they were the first thing that were shown. I never cared about them. I always cared about everything else, the actual Game of Thrones. All the political stuff. So I really hope it gets there. Speaking on that side, who do you think's gonna kill Cersei? And two, she ain't pregnant, right?
I mean, okay.
No, 100%.
Do you think you are sure she's not pregnant there? You don't think this is just a ploy?
I don't have an after episode clip from Benioff telling us, but easily she did that to manipulate Jaime, 100%.
And Tyrion.
And when she was doing it with Tyrion, I noticed the cutaways and her doing this, and I realized, she's so smart.
Right.
She knows Tyrion is that person who does the Sherlock thing, and she's like, all right, I'm just going to give him the clue. And I'm going to say something that's going to have him connect the dots and be like, oh my goodness, I figured out something. And she's like, that's exactly what I want you to know. Because as we see what happens later, it was a setup to make him believe.
She waits until he says that I cared about your children to drop that. So that's an interesting point.
She's smart.
I do think that to an extent that like that's always been Cersei's thing, is like assuring that the Lannisters stay in power, and if there are no more Lannisters, it would be weird for her to be acting this way. That being said, like there is that prophecy from the books that she will only have 3 children.
It can't happen. Again, rules. Do you get what I mean? Rules.
Yeah. I think that she doesn't end up having a kid either way. That she'll be killed. There is the idea that of the whole Valonqar thing. Little brother will kill her. I think though, so the show doesn't actually mention Valonqar. That's a book only thing. I think that they might use that to end up having Arya still find her way to King's Landing and kill her. I think Arya, now that she's sort of like gotten back to her family, can sort of refocus on her list. So I wouldn't be surprised if Arya ends up taking care of not just Cersei, but the Mountain too.
Sure, why not? I'm kind of tired of Arya.
Yeah, I mean, it was a weird turn for her this season.
Very weird.
Yeah. What other things are going to drop for season 8?
I mean, we have a long time, but...
Do you think the show ends with Jon on the Iron Throne?
No, I think it ends with no one on the Iron Throne.
Interesting. I think that the potential interesting way that the show could end, I think it's more likely for the books, is that the White Walkers just wipe everyone out.
Which would be dope.
It's the like you should
it's their
have
story.
listened. It's the climate change analogy the whole way through. Like this looming threat was bigger, and you should have been paying attention to it.
And then we get a spin-off. They don't.
I mean,
talk.
Game of Thrones is planning that. HBO is planning that anyway. They want all sorts of prequel series and stuff like that.
So why not just give us better episodes? Oh my god. Got money for a spin-off for episodes.
Benioff and Weiss are just tired of making the show. I'm 100% sure that's what it is at this point. They decided we will do this for 2 more years. We'll put in all of our effort, but then we're done. We want that Confederate money now.
We want that crazy stuff that we know.
I mean, you can't just let hot IP like Confederate go to waste.
Oh, no, you gotta cast Ed Screen in that bad boy.
Yeah.